And thank you, Mahia, and thank you for the invitation to give this talk on weight loss and psoriasis and reduction of the risk of psoriasis arthritis. And first of all, my conflicts of interest. And then we have heard a lot about obesity, cardiometabolic disease, and psoriasis. And there is for sure a relation as a part due to this chronic low-grade inflammation that we have also heard a lot about this morning, but also, as we heard, due to shared genetic predisposition and also common risk factors. But what do we actually have of data on obesity and psoriasis arthritis? There's a lot of data and also a lot of old data clearly showing that patients with psoriasis, there's an increased number with obesity, and also patients with obesity have a risk of having more severe psoriasis. And the same is actually the case for children. Children with
recording in progress.
Obesity and psoriasis have also increased risk of severe psoriasis, and there is an increased risk of obesity in patients in children with psoriasis. It has been shown from studies, and there's several studies, I have just mentioned a few, that obesity is an independent risk factor for developing psoriasis, and that has really been shown from the nurses' health studies showing that increase in BMI lead to an increased risk of psoriasis. But it has also been shown in children. There's a study from Denmark where they look into the old school report and could see that girls which were obese have an increased risk of getting psoriasis as adults. And the same is actually the case for psoriasis arthritis, that obesity is an independent risk factor for getting psoriasis arthritis. And then we have heard a lot about this, that there has been a really nice study from UK and Norway showing that there is a causal relationship between body mass index and psoriasis, done in this Mendelian randomization study that we have heard mentioned 7 times in the morning, leading to that obesity contributes to psoriasis both as a trigger factor but also as a disease modifier, leading to more severe psoriasis and also psoriasis arthritis. Besides that, patients who is obese also have a much lower chance of getting good effect of treatment, especially biologic treatment, and lead to an increased dose and an increased cost. It has been shown in a lot of different studies. The one I mentioned is a meta-analyzing, collecting all the studies. And it has also been shown that if you lose weight, then you will have a greater benefits of treatment, and this Paolo Gismondi showed nearly 20 years ago in a group where he treated one part only with cyclosporine and in the other part with weight loss and cyclosporine, and he clearly showed that the one, it's a full line, who received weight reduction and cyclosporine had a much better effect on PASI 75 as outcome compared to the one who only received cyclosporine. So, weight loss I'll show you that weight loss can actually also improve psoriasis. We did a study nearly 10 years ago where we had 60 patients with a BMI about 27, and stable treatment for psoriasis for at least 3 months. And we separate them into 2 groups, one with really low calorie diet for the first 8 weeks, and then also a relative low calorie diet for the next 8 weeks, compared to a group which only get instruction to eat healthy food but no diet special. Follow them for 16 weeks, and our primary endpoint was PASI, change in PASI, but we of course also look, and that is in the first graph, look at the change in weight, and we saw clearly in the one with low calorie diet that the psoriasis patient lose weight in the same degree as we see with all other type of or healthy volunteers also, and the control didn't lose effect. And what we also saw was that we saw a tendency in the whole period for a decrease in PASI. It was not significant, but just at the level of significance after this only short period of weight loss. And we, of course, is not the only one who has looked into weight loss, and I will come back to that, because besides having a weight loss and a better effect on the PASI, we also saw that the patient have really gained a good effect on their blood pressure, the diastolic blood pressure, their resting heart rate, and also the total cholesterol and low density lipoproteins. And beside that, they also have really a good benefit on the blood glucoses and the lung blood glucoses, and some of the patients could even drop their diabetes medicine. So for sure a good effect on both PASI, but also the cardiometabolic indicators. And we are not the only one, and that we from London did a meta-analysis looking at the studies on weight loss, and could show that there was a clear indication that weight loss leads to an improvement in PASI 75 for psoriasis, and also lead to a significant change in PASI. So weight loss can improve psoriasis. It's not a treatment by itself for psoriasis, but it can add, and as Gisandi also showed, it also gives a better effect of the drug we use for psoriasis. One of the main problems with weight loss is to maintain the weight loss. There's a lot of way to lose weight, and actually quite often you can succeed this part, but maintaining the weight loss is really, really difficult. So we try to all the patients we have had in our study to follow them, offer them to be followed for a year, and could actually show that the one who had benefit and wanted to go into a year with a lower calorie intake, they also keep their benefit on psoriasis. And the first graph is how they had their weight loss, and you could see after they stopped the really intensive part, they gain a little bit weight, but not back to their baseline weight. But what we also could show was that the PASI actually were in the same level, so they keep the benefits on the PASI volume. And it's not only on psoriasis that weight loss has a benefit effect. There has been some study, not as many as in psoriasis, looking at psoriasis arthritis after weight loss. What I show is just one of the studies from Sweden, where they have not a control study, but where they have a group with significant weight loss after 16 intensive low diet, and they could show that actually there was much more of the patient who received a minimal disease activity half a year after. And they have followed those patients for up to 2 years and showing continued better effect on the psoriasis arthritis, but also on pain and also cardiometabolic indicator as serum lipids, glucose rate, and also actually inflammatory markers. But weight loss, you can also have weight loss from other ways, not just going on a low-calorie diet. Really heavy patient often received bariatric surgery, and there has been several case reports showing that if you go through this kind of operation, it will also benefit your psoriasis. There's not been really controlled clinical studies, but we did an epidemiologic study looking at in the Danish registers and looking at patients both getting gastric bypass, but also getting gastric banding. And we could show that the patient who received gastric bypass, it was associated with a lower risk of getting psoriasis, but actually also psoriasis arthritis, where gastric banding was only associated with a lower risk of psoriasis. And this may be due to a higher GLP-1 after gastric bypass. There's another group from Sweden also looking at bariatric surgery and looked at the development of psoriasis and psoriasis arthritis. And they have quite a lot of a large group, and they found only there was an increased risk of getting psoriasis, but not psoriasis arthritis, and no difference between the two groups. And the first is the risk of psoriasis, and you can see this was the one who was operated, and the second graph is the one if the risk of psoriasis arthritis, and they didn't find any different. So indicating really that weight loss have a benefit effect on psoriasis and also psoriasis arthritis. But then the second part of my title was, does weight loss reduce the risk of getting psoriasis arthritis? And just to sum up, we know that obesity also is a risk for developing psoriasis arthritis. And I have just shown you that this gastric bypass leads, at least in the registers, to a reduced risk of getting psoriasis arthritis. However, from the study from Sweden, where they followed the patient up, they couldn't see any benefit. But there's a group in UK, also looking at the UK Biobank, and try to identify patients with psoriasis and identify patients who develop psoriasis arthritis, and look into the BMI. And they could show that if they put the BMI at 25 as a reference and look at the incidence of psoriasis arthritis, they could show that gaining or losing weight over the next 10 years actually lead to a decreased risk of developing psoriasis. So indicating that weight loss will lower the risk of getting psoriasis arthritis. So just to summarize, obesity is clearly a risk factor for psoriasis and psoriasis arthritis. There's a causal relationship between body mass index and psoriasis. Weight loss from low calorie diet or bariatric surgery improve clearly psoriasis and psoriasis arthritis, and there's indicating that it may reduce the risk of developing psoriasis arthritis. So helping, but of course not treating totally. And what I just want to say as a take-home message is that I think that we need to screen for and address overweight and obesity in our patients with psoriasis and psoriasis arthritis. And we need to advise the patient about weight loss and lifestyle changes and physical activity. And I put GLP-1 based therapy in also because I think that we will hear a lot of that in the next two talks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Or you can have this one.
Yes. Thank you so much for very informative. Do we have time for questions? Does anybody have any questions? Yes, Peter, go ahead.
Great talk, thank
Yes.
you so much. Is there any target to reach with weight loss? That is, should we really reach a substantial weight loss that other people say to patients, you have changed, you have lost a lot of weight? Or could it also be, as was discussed earlier today, that actually the weight loss is not so substantial, but it's more subtle? So is there anything known, or is there an approach that we may get that information via real-world studies or meta-analysis?
If we should really careful, it should be a really large study. For psoriasis arthritis, it has been said about 5 to 7% weight loss reduction. But as you saw in many of those studies, it was really 15% to 18%. So it's a high weight loss. In the study Gisonde did, it was about 7% reduction of the body weight. So it's a relative high, but I think that, that weight loss is only the effect on psoriasis, it's also the effect on all cardiometabolic parameters and the inflammation. And there I actually think that you need to at least lose some weight, not of just a few kilos.
And I have a question back here, just a quick one, quick comment. Do you think all these data should be reanalyzed with the new definition of obesity that has been published recently?
And I'm not sure I'm totally into the new definition, I had to admit.
No, they incorporated waist circumference and the BMI as other factors, and also depending on the
Yeah.
So there are other factors to define obesity as itself. So then we analyze the data.
It's the visual obesity, which is for sure it's the main thing. You can be actually not obese but have a visual obesity, and that's the problem.
Thank you, Lung. Thank you so much.